55 Cancri E. 55 Cancri E is the kind of place that would make Elon Musk break into a cold sweat just thinking about mining rights. The planet is just like a super Earth, but made out of diamond. Early data pointed to a carbon-rich composition, and under the right pressure and heat, that meant one thing: a literal rock of luxury. The Diamond Planet instantly became the tabloid celebrity of exoplanets. But just like any flashy Instagram influencer, that shine didn't hold up under closer inspection. More recent research threw cold water on the bling fantasy. And it turns out 55 Cancri E doesn't have nearly as much carbon as first thought. It's probably not a shimmering ball of solid diamond, just another very hot, very deadly rock. A super Earth, yes, but maybe more superheated than super rich. Diamond or not, 55 Cancri E remains one of the strangest planets we've ever laid digital eyes on. Think of it less like Tiffany's showroom and more like a geologist's fever dream. Either way, it's still fabulous, just not in the way your jewelry box was hoping. HD 189733b. From a distance, HD 189733b looks like a paradise. A rich, dazzling blue, like a tropical lagoon frozen in space. But don't be fooled. It's not a beach vacation. It's a planetary torture chamber wearing a prom dress. This is one of the most extreme exoplanets we've found. A hot Jupiter orbiting so close to its star that its atmosphere cooks at roughly 1800 degrees Fahrenheit or 900 degrees Celsius. But the real horror show begins with the weather. The skies of HD 189733b aren't filled with rainbows. They're filled with shards of glass. Thanks to the brutal heat, silicate particles in the atmosphere condense into glass. And because this planet whips out winds clocking at 5,400 miles per hour or 8,700 kilometers per hour, that's about 7 times the speed of sound. Those glass shards aren't just floating. They're being blasted sideways in a constant cutting hurricane from hell. It's a constant shower of glass instead of rain. And the stunning blue hue of the planet is not ocean water like we have on Earth. Instead, that's just how its superheated atmosphere scatters blue light. No clouds, no calm, no chance of survival. Just an optical illusion wrapped in atmospheric violence. So if you're browsing exoplanets and see this one glowing like a sapphire in the dark, remember, it's not a gem, it's literally raining glass. Sagittarius B2. Somewhere in the chaotic center of the Milky Way, tucked near a supermassive black hole, floats an enormous cloud of gas and dust called Sagittarius B2. It's dark, dense, and stretching 150 light-years across. But here's the kicker. Scientists detected ethyl formate in it. That's the same molecule that gives raspberries their signature flavor and rum its boozy kick. Yes, we found a region in space that literally smells like raspberry rum. Somewhere in the galaxy, it's perpetually happy hour. Sagittarius B2 is more than a chemical playground. It's one of the richest molecular reservoirs we've ever found. Amid the chaos, molecules are colliding and reacting in temperatures and pressures that somehow still allow for complex organics to form. Ethyl formate just happens to be the most headline-friendly of them. It's like the space version of walking into a distillery run by Willy Wonka. Of course, no one's out there sniffing this space cloud firsthand. It's tens of thousands of light-years away and inhospitable to the extreme. But through radio telescopes tuned to chemical signatures, we've tasted this cloud from afar. And what we got was a fruity, boozy surprise. But don't pack your spacebar gear just yet. The concentrations are low, about 1 molecule per billion hydrogen atoms, but that doesn't spoil the fun find. Who knew the galaxy had such a refined palate? Somewhere out there, Sagittarius B2 is marinating in a fruity cocktail, waiting to be the universe's weirdest drink recipe. And hey, while we're mixing up strange flavors, toss in 1 part like, 1 part subscribe, and a generous splash of comments to complete this cosmic cocktail. Boomerang Nebula. Forget Antarctica, forget the vacuum of space. If you're looking for the universe's ultimate cold spot, Boomerang Nebula has got you covered. This is a place so cold, it's basically giving absolute zero the middle finger. Sitting at about 5,000 light-years away in the constellation Centaurus, this creepy cloud of gas holds the record for the coldest known natural place in the universe. Temperature is a bone-snapping 1 Kelvin, just 1 lonely degree above absolute zero, where atoms all but stop moving. That's colder than anything in space. So, how does this interstellar freezer even exist? It's all thanks to a dying star in the middle throwing the most violent cold tantrum imaginable. As it sheds its outer layers, it blasts out gas at speeds of up to 500,000 kilometers per hour. That rapid expansion causes the temperature to plummet like a cosmic spray can stuck on max chill. And it's not a short-term cold snap. The central star's been losing material for over 1,500 years, at rates up to 100 times higher than your average dying star. The result? A nebula that looks like a ghost in a snowstorm and acts like the universe's broken air conditioner. So while the Boomerang Nebula might sound like the setup to a sci-fi boomerang joke, it's no laughing matter. Unless you're a physicist obsessed with thermodynamics, this place is pure nightmare fuel. It's a frostbite-inducing, atom-slowing, molecular chill zone drifting silently in space. Oumuamua. In 2017, our solar system got an unexpected and strange visitor. Astronomers spotted a strange object zooming through space like it had somewhere else to be. They named it Oumuamua, which kinda means to scout or messenger in Hawaiian. But honestly, if you're asking for opinions, it felt more like a cosmic hit and run. First off, the shape. This thing wasn't round, rocky, or anything typical. It looked like a giant space cigar or a splinter from some intergalactic god's toothpick. Estimated to be 10 times longer than it was wide, it tumbled through space like a baton someone forgot to catch. And then came the weird part. It sped up as it left the sun, not coasting, accelerating, like it was late for something. Usually comets do that thanks to outgassing. But Oumuamua had no coma, no tail, no gas, just a silent speed boost. Naturally, the alien theories flew in faster than the object itself. Some scientists suggested it was a light sail. Others, more grounded, think it might be releasing invisible hydrogen gas. But here's the thing, we'll never know. It came, flashed across our sky, and then peaced out at 196,000 miles per hour, like a joyriding teenager in a stolen UFO. We got no close-up, no sample, no selfie. Whatever it was, Oumuamua is probably laughing at us, scratching our heads. The Eye of Sauron. Hovering 62 million light-years away in the constellation Canis Venatici is a galaxy that seems a little too dramatic for its own good. NGC 4151, also known as the Eye of Sauron, is a galaxy of swirling mass of stars and doom. And yes, it looks exactly like it's judging you. At the center of this spiral galaxy sits a beast, an active galactic nucleus, powered by a supermassive black hole that's happily binge-eating anything that gets too close. As it feasts, it blasts out intense radiation, enough to light up the surrounding gas like it's hosting its own light show. And the result is a blindingly bright core surrounded by wispy spiral arms, forming the eerie image of a glowing cosmic eyeball. Little wonder, astronomers took one look at this thing and immediately thought, that's Sauron. The central glow mimics that same watchful, malevolent stare from Tolkien's nightmares. Except this one's real, and it's the size of a small galaxy. But beyond looking like a fantasy villain security camera, the Eye of Sauron is a gold mine for science. It's one of the best studied active galactic nuclei, helping researchers figure out how black holes grow, how they affect their host galaxies, and whether or not space is actively judging us. So next time you look up and feel like someone's watching you, it might be this guy, a monstrous glowing eye floating in the void, silently screaming, "You shall not pass unnoticed." Yeesh! S4706. If stars were cars, S4706 would be a souped-up turbocharged death machine doing donuts at the edge of a black hole. This isn't your basic neutron star, though. S4706 is a hypervelocity magnetar, and it's as terrifying as that sounds. Let's try to wrap our heads around that. First, neutron stars are crazy on their own. They're the collapsed cores of massive stars, squeezed so tightly that a single teaspoon of their material weighs more than Mount Everest. Now, add a magnetic field so intense it could wipe your credit history from across the galaxy, and you've got yourself a magnetar, basically a neutron star that's been juiced with cosmic steroids. But S4706 didn't stop there. This thing is spinning fast and moving fast. Classified as a hypervelocity star, S4706 is absolutely hauling through the galaxy at a speed that makes most other stars look like they're stuck in traffic. It's the fastest star ever recorded, ripping through space at 8% the speed of light. That's 15,000 miles per second. If you blink, it's already halfway to the next constellation. But S4714 didn't hit warp speed on its own. It got its momentum the hard way, by taking a joyride way too close to the supermassive black hole at the center of the Milky Way, Sagittarius A. What makes it stranger? It's bending the rules of reality, literally. As it zips around Sagittarius A, scientists have spotted orbital deviations, tiny wobbles that classical physics can't explain. But Einstein's theory of general relativity kind of nailed it. S4714's path confirms the theory with eerie precision. TRES-2b. You know how some people walk into a room and suck all the joy out of it? TRES-2b is the planetary version of that, except instead of killing the vibe, it kills light. It's a gas giant so pitch black it reflects less than 1% of the light that hits it. That's darker than asphalt, darker than charcoal, darker than your darkest thoughts at 3 o'clock a.m. This sinister orb orbits its star so closely it's basically slow roasting in cosmic hellfire, over 1800 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface. That should make it bright, right? Wrong! The heat has cooked up an atmosphere full of vaporized sodium, potassium, and titanium oxide. Molecules that are fantastic at absorbing light and terrible at sharing it. So, instead of glowing like a proper gas giant, TRES-2b hoards light like a grumpy dragon hoards gold. Even black holes have the excuse of being, well, black holes. This thing could reflect light, but it chooses not to. It's the cosmic void in planet form, hanging there like the universe's do not disturb sign. But it's not completely invisible. TRES-2b gives off a faint red glow, kind of like the dying embers of a charcoal briquette at a barbecue. It's not enough to light anything up, but it's just enough to creep you out. Like the planet is whispering, "Yes, I'm here, but I'd rather you didn't look." Scientists don't fully understand how something can be so hot yet so dark. But TRES-2b doesn't care. It's too busy orbiting in silence, dressed in a cloak of molecular blackness, sucking in light like a sentient shadow with commitment issues. It's not a planet, it's more of a stealth bomber with a heartbeat. NGC 1052-DF2. In the cosmic dating game, most galaxies are clinging hard to their dark matter. This is the invisible stuff that keeps them together. Think of it like tape holding everything, just that you can't see this said tape, but it's there. Then there's NGC 1052-DF2, the galactic weirdo that straight up said, "Nah, I'm good. I'll pass on the tape." Discovered by the Dragonfly telephoto array, this ultra-diffuse galaxy looks like someone cranked up the size knob but forgot to add stars. It's huge, yet see-through, like a ghost of a galaxy that's just barely there. And it appears to have almost no dark matter at all. That's weird. Like physics-breaking weird. Dark matter is supposed to be the scaffolding of the universe, the gravitational glue that holds galaxies together. It shapes the very structure of everything. And here's DF2 floating around in the NGC 1052 group, acting like that rule doesn't apply to it. Naturally, scientists freaked out. If DF2 really has no dark matter, it throws a wrench into our standard model of galaxy formation. You know, the one we use to explain literally everything? Some suggest tidal stripping, meaning it had dark matter once, but a nearby massive galaxy ripped it away like a cosmic bully stealing lunch money. Others think an early burst of violent star formation might have blasted it out of the galaxy altogether. And still, no one's completely sure what the hell is going on. So now astronomers are hunting for more of these oddballs. If DF2 is a one-off, fine. But if there are more dark matter deficient galaxies out there, we're not just revising textbooks, we're rewriting the whole damn syllabus. Enceladus. If there were a moon that needed therapy, it'd be Saturn's moon, Enceladus. This moon's a frigid little ice ball that can't stop screaming through its cracks. And by screaming, we mean blasting massive jets of water out of its south pole like a broken fire hydrant in space. These aren't just any leaks, they're geysers, shooting from long fractures nicknamed the Tiger Stripes, because everything in astronomy sounds cooler with an animal name. What's even weirder? These water plumes come from a hidden ocean beneath Enceladus' icy crust. Yup, deep under the frozen surface is a salty liquid ocean, sloshing around like a bottled-up secret the moon can't keep. When those icy cracks open, pressure drops, and the ocean water underneath vaporizes into gas, spraying out into space along with ice particles and, potentially, organic molecules. This means Enceladus isn't just spewing water, it's possibly ejecting the ingredients for life into the cosmos like it's trying to win a bake-off judged by aliens. NASA's Cassini spacecraft flew right through these plumes and sniffed out hydrogen, carbon dioxide, and complex organics. Basically, a space soup recipe that got every astrobiologist all tingly. Enceladus is now one of the top contenders for alien life in our solar system, and it's not hiding this. It's shooting clues into space like a moon that wants to be discovered. So yeah, while most moons just sit there looking pretty, Enceladus flings water, screams chemistry, and dares us to look closer. The universe sure is full of a bunch of drama queens.